I don't understand why you would do that.
We've always wanted one.
RV life will park you in a traffic jam.
It's honestly just another chore.
I'm going to agree with Chad on this one.
We're setting up and tearing down way too much.
When you're spending money on redoing your kitchen or whatever, you're just spending money to spend money.
Whether you're new to RV life or you've been at it for a while, chances are you've bought something you thought you needed and never used again. Today we're breaking down 29 things that are a total waste of money for part-time RVers. Agree or disagree? Let us know in the comments and stick around to see if you're guilty of any of these.
And we've all been there. We've all thought something we see is cool. We're excited about it. We want to buy it. And then we go to use it and come to find out it was a complete waste of money or a complete waste of time, or we never used it. And you know the rest of the story. We turned to ChatGPT to ask Chat, AI, what do you think about what items are a complete waste of money for part-time RVers? And he gave us a bunch of answers. We narrowed it down to the best 29.
And there might be some agreements and disagreements between the two of us.
Yeah, there probably will be. Number 1, buying a brand new RV. Complete waste of money? Part-time RVing.
You wouldn't want to ask us that because we've never owned a used one. So I'm going to say it depends. It depends on how handy you are. If you're not real handy, I think buying a new RV would probably make sense because of the warranty thing. But also if you could buy like a 2-year-old RV, you get the depreciation off of it. And someone else has figured out all the problems. So it's kind of like, what are you looking for?
Yeah, and actually that's what Chat said. Depreciates fast, and you're barely using it. Let someone else eat the showroom markup. That's what Chat said. And I agree to those things. Although, we've always bought new RVs, and we've owned 6.
Well,
and I like them new.
Yeah, I do too.
I like it to be mine,
I do
not someone
too.
else's.
And I think for us, it's...
I'm going to disagree on that one.
We've always done okay on our campers, but we've also not really bought our campers. We started camping pre-COVID, and then when you got into COVID, like you could sell your camper for whatever you wanted. And so now we're post-COVID, so it'll be a little interesting to see as we progress what it's like to sell a new camper, a new bought new camper.
I disagree. I'm okay with brand new.
I'm on the fence, but I'm probably disagree as well. So number 2 is, and I just did this, was upgrade to lithium batteries. So I disagree on that one. I think you should have some sort of lithium battery in your camper, and the reason being is that the lead acid or the AGM batteries, they just don't last. And so if you're going to do anything other than camp from like hookup to hookup, then you have to have something other than a regular battery. So I guess it goes back to that, it depends.
We're currently trying to broaden our boondocking horizons.
Right.
So if you're going to boondock, then maybe you do need to upgrade to a lithium battery.
Oh, I don't think you can boondock and not upgrade your batteries.
But if you're a part-time RVer who is going to bank on full hookups all the time, I'm with Chad. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah, I think if you're going from, like, you've got it plugged up in your driveway and you're going to the RV park or the state park or wherever it is that you're going, then I probably wouldn't spend the money. So on the lithium battery, just sitting there thinking about it, we've been camping how many years?
12 or 13.
And we just got a lithium battery for the first time. So yeah, I would say
That's probably right.
Yeah, they're not necessary unless you're a boondocker of some sort.
Hey, and I hope you guys like our setup today. We're just enjoying the breeze out back. So hope y'all enjoy it too. And hopefully our mics are working and the birds over there are not interrupting. Ooh, number 3, a built-in generator. Complete waste of money?
So I think if you want a generator, so I'm gonna go on this. So if you're in a motorhome, they come with a generator, and so they're awesome, and they're 100% necessary because you need to run your ACs and stuff, because you're traveling inside your motorhome and going down the road. So it'd get really hot if you couldn't run your roof airs while you're moving. On a trailer, you know, I don't know what they cost, but I know that you can buy a really nice quiet generator, like from like Northern King or somebody, for like less than $1,000. So I'm gonna say, yeah, it's probably a waste of money.
According to Chat, it's a nice idea, but if you camp with hookups 90% of the time, it's just noisy and expensive dead weight.
I would agree.
Number 4, heated water hoses.
Well, I'm gonna say I agree, and here's why I agree. And I can already feel the hate on this one.
You agree it's a complete waste of money?
Yeah, again, I think if you're camping in cold weather, your onboard tank, like our onboard tank, has a heater. So why not get out your regular garden hose, fill your tank up, drain your hose, put it away, and just use your tanks on your camper and hit the heating pad on it, and you've accomplished the same thing. I doubt that you're going to have your water hose out in sub-zero weather, below freezing weather, just laying on the ground. I mean, like, I don't understand why you would do that.
Most part-timers probably aren't camping in very cold weather. I would venture to say that's true. So I agree with chat too. Agree?
I agree, especially if you're fair weather campers like we do.
We are fair weather campers. I will cancel every booking in July if it's too dang hot.
Yeah, well, we're more likely to camp when it's cold than when it's hot. So.
Oh, number 5. So chat thinks number 5, complete waste of money, is automatic leveling systems.
So I think,
Boom!
yeah, right.
Convenient, sure, but leveling blocks are cheap and do the job for a fraction of the cost.
No, I agree. I think if you're buying a camper and it comes with auto levelers on it, that's one thing. But if you're buying an auto leveling system for a camper that doesn't have one,
Like an additional cost?
yeah, because I mean, I looked at it when we got our Sport Track 272 VRK. I looked into auto levelers because we just come from the diesel pusher, and I loved my auto levelers, but we didn't have them, and so it was going to be like nobody made one for it. But when I found one, it was still going to be like $5,000.
Yeah, but guys, I miss the simplicity of the travel trailer. I know it was a pain to get level sometimes,
Sometimes.
but we all saw what happened to us at Little Arrow.
What? What was that? Jarrett?
Yeah, we had a good time.
And we already broke our auto levelers,
Well, that's
but we did get them fixed.
and it's because I didn't know what I was doing, and I was thought of auto leveling like the hydraulic for like our diesel pusher, and you just push the button and it does its thing. Turns out the electrics are not that way. Then I would disagree, but to go out and buy them and put them on, I would agree.
Okay, fair. I agree too. Number 6, expensive solar systems. We did a video on this already.
100%
Agree.
Unless you're one of those guys that just hardcore boondock and you're camping off grid for like weeks on end, then yeah. But for part timers, like,
I mean, you're currently trying to figure out less expensive ways we can boondock on occasion.
for us, it's like our ideal boondocking would be an overnight somewhere, and so I think it would just be way too expensive to run a really expensive solar system for maybe a week a year.
Yeah.
So I would agree on that.
Ooh, number 7, washer dryer units. I totally agree with chat. Y'all know I don't like to do laundry as a part-timer. I don't care if we're gone a week. Like, just pack enough clothes, you're fine. We don't need a washer dryer. We've had a washer and dryer before. And honestly, when we had little kids, okay, yeah, we had 3 little kids with us at the time, and the laundry can accumulate. But there's a laundry room on the campgrounds, and I'll pay the 10 or 20 bucks in quarters to get a load done if I have to.
Well, I was gonna say it's like I think everywhere we've been is like $250 to wash, $250 to dry, so it's $5 a load. So you're looking at $1,000 to get a washer dryer combo unit roughly, and then you got to, unless you put it in yourself, you know.
I mean, I just think if you're going to be gone longer than several 2 weeks or month trips, I agree with chat. Not necessary.
Yeah, 100%.
Ooh, number 8, Starlink.
Ooh, I don't know if I agree or disagree on that one.
Chat said Starlink's a waste of money for part-time RVers.
I disagree because I think the Starlink has its place just like the T-Mobile home has its place.
Okay.
So when we were in Townsend at Little Arrow, we had no cell phone service. And so we were lucky that we didn't watch TV or nothing. So I think I picked up a few channels off the antenna, and that was about it. And so Starlink would win 100% in that case. And with a Starlink, you can shut the service off, where our T-Mobile home, it's really a pain to do that.
Oh, okay, because chat's reasoning for the extra subscriptions such as Starlink or satellite service is because there's a monthly fee attached, and part-timers don't really need to pay that when they're not camping.
Right, with Starlink, you can turn it off and turn it off. You can have it on this month and off next month, and it's not a big deal. T-Mobile home, you can only turn it off for like 60 consecutive days.
But I think it's cheaper.
Nope, same price.
So agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Since we don't have one yet, and I don't want to spend the money, I'm agree with chat. I don't think it's necessary. And if we're going to be gone for just a weekend, maybe I don't want my phone to ring.
Yeah, but what if you want to upload videos?
Nah, we usually do that when we get home. I'm gonna stick to my answer. I agree.
By God, this is what I said. I've counted to 3, like they said on Old Brother Out There.
Now watch, we'll go get a Starlink next week.
I'll have one.
Okay. This one's all you. Number 9.
Over-the-top surge protectors. I 100% disagree. And I'll tell you why. So I have an expensive surge protector. That's why. But no, it's not that. So if you buy a cheap surge protector, they typically protect you from over voltage. Meaning, if you get a surge, you get a big surge, it zaps and it doesn't zap your camper. The better surge protectors will also protect you from low voltage, which is just as bad as over voltage.
Okay.
And so, get you a good surge protector. That's all I'm
Okay.
gonna say. Wrong again, chat.
Chat's reasoning was basic protection equals good, but the 400 model with every bell and whistle, overkill for occasional use.
Well, no, I disagree because if you like, power is such a funny thing at campgrounds, and you don't want to. I don't care if part timing or full timing. You don't want to zap your electronics.
So disagree?
100%.
Chat's not always right about everything.
But I am.
Comment below if you think Jarrett's right about everything.
Let's see who my friends
Be
are.
careful. I'm going to see who my friends are. Oh, number 10. This one's kind of silly. We're falling into some decor and accessory categories here. So fancy outdoor rugs for every season. Chat says you're camping, not redecorating. One decent rug is plenty, which I agree. But I don't really see many campers choosing many outdoor rugs unless chat just means the little mat outside. Because let's face it, ladies, Hobby Lobby sells 3,000 different.
It's funny too though because we have a mat, one of those big nice mats that you put outside. We never use it.
I would even go as far as saying buying the RV mat for the gravel and the concrete is not necessary at all.
We got one, and I don't remember the last time I put that joker out. I carry it around, so if you ever need one, let me know. You can borrow mine. Well, that's the thing too. We always camp on concrete pads, and
Right, and we never need to put it out.
no, we have a nice RV site.
What someone tell us on Facebook recently that we have deep pockets.
Deep pockets.
Well, I don't know if they meant us or the RV resort.
I'm not sure.
Either way, I don't feel like either one of them is deep pockets because we've been to some deep pocket RV resorts.
Oh yes.
And that ain't really our cup of tea either. So I feel like we're middle of the road pockets. Our pockets are half deep. They're like the ones that are frustrating in a suit jacket where you can kind of put your hand in, but not all the way.
Like up to your knuckles.
Yes.
We're knuckles deep.
Yeah. Okay, number 11. RV decor galore. Signs, pillows, stickers. Do we need all the signs and all the stickers and all the pillows? Okay, I'm guilty because I do like a little bit of decor, but I think I'm pretty much a minimalist when it comes to the inside decor. Just a few little plants and flowers and pretty things here and there just to this is minimal, isn't it, ladies? Yeah. I have a couple lamps, a little plant on the island,
All you need is
that's it.
all you need is a roll of toilet paper and a toothbrush.
Technically that's it.
And I'm teasing you, but to your point, I mean our camper is homey.
Number 12, themed bedding sets for every holiday. Okay, that goes along with the themed mats and the themed outdoor decor. We don't need it all.
No.
Completely unnecessary. Agree.
Agree.
You need one. And it better be a good one. Because Camper World ain't got no good bedding sets. I'm going to tell you right now.
Those sheets are terrible.
Cheap, flimsy stuff. Just saying. Step it up, Camping World. Number 13. Chat says expensive hiking gear is a complete waste of money. $200 boots, trekking poles, expensive backpacks. How much are you really going to use it? How big of a hiker are you actually? A good pair of tennis shoes and a bottle of water go a long way. And I would even say you could make it through Glacier National Park on a 30-minute trail to the waterfall without any water. And you know how I know that?
We did it. I did it.
He did it.
In Crocs.
Anyway.
I didn't. I had shoes on, but still.
If you're not a professional hiker, I mean, and all you do is leave your camper to walk down to the camper store to get ice cream or walk your dog in the morning, you don't need any hiking gear.
I agree. I mean, so we're guilty that we have really nice, fancy hiking backpacks with water thingy on them.
I mean,
with
they're
the
not
bladder.
the highest.
Right, but they're
End.
but I mean, it's got the water bladder stuff in them, and they're really nice.
Yeah, they're $100.
And I think I've used mine 3 times.
Yeah, but I almost feel like I have to disagree on the shoes because a good, comfortable pair of shoes. I mean, tennis shoes will do it if you're not a serious hiker. Like you're just gonna walk 20, 30 minutes. But like if we're going for like 2 or 3 miles, I don't want no blisters on my feet.
All you gotta do is get your Crocs out and put the strap behind your heel and put them in 4-wheel drive and you're good to go.
Okay. Agree or disagree? Hiking gear.
Agree. For us, I would say yes.
But we already spent it. I have expensive hiking boots and we have expensive backpacks.
And I've used my backpack 3 times and I have Crocs, so.
Okay. Oh, number 14. I don't know who's done this. Raise your hand in the comments if you have. A mini projector to have movie night.
Well, remember when we stayed at Hilton Head National, the guy across from us had a projector on their screen and we could watch their movie in reverse. And I mean, that stuff was cool. That stuff was cool, but like, just drag your TV outside if you want to watch TV outside.
Ooh, number 15. Chat says, complete waste of money? Portable ice makers. This is gonna make some people mad in the comments. I can already feel it because we know some people who carry around those portable ice makers. They gotta have their good crunchy ice. But guys, you know what I do? I just get a cup and I go to my kitchen and I go to my ice machine and I fill it up full of crushed ice and I put it in a Ziploc bag, as much as little as I want, how many margaritas I think I'm having that weekend, and I put it in the freezer. And if I forget, guess who has ice?
Camp store.
The camp store.
You can buy a whole bag for like $5.
Ooh, number 16. This is gonna hurt some feelings. Pet-sized camp chairs or pet camping accessories?
So I'm just going to stay out of that conversation because we don't have pets that we travel with.
No, not anymore.
But
I know everybody loves their pets, but maybe what chat is saying is like too many accessories is overkill for a part-time RVer. Maybe, you know, Scooter just needs a leash and his little dog bowl because according to chat, they're going to want to sit on your lap anyway. They don't need their own chair. Number 17.
inflatable kayaks.
I have to disagree with chat on this one because we have inflatable kayaks and we actually use them.
We use them all the time. Well, it just depends where we're going.
Yeah.
But we have used our inflatable kayaks. They have been in the ocean. They have been in the lake. They have been, really anytime we go camping around somewhat near water, we always take them with us. And they're awesome because I can stick them underneath the bay and they travel well versus the big, long plastic jobbies.
I think we could say they might be maybe a waste of money or not a great purchase for a full-timer. Because it's just more weight and just more crap you got to carry all the time. Ooh, number 18.
Fire pits you'll never use.
This is so touchy.
I'm going to agree with Chad on this one because I think if you have a fire, if you're camping somewhere that will allow a fire,
Yeah.
they have a fire pit. You just use their fire pit, and it's a whole lot less work. We have a couple different fire pits, and honestly, we've only used. I used one here recently, and I actually drug the campground's fire pit out of the way and put the fire pit we brought with us in there.
I think the situation could go so many different ways. So I think I'm going to disagree with chat because we've been to campsites before where we show up and their fire pit's full of water.
That's true.
Or something. And then we're glad we had the whatever stove.
Did you remember the solo stove?
Yep.
Good thing. Because we're going to have to move the location of the pit.
Right.
We have several. And I can
different
say
ones.
that we have overkill on the amount of stoves we have currently.
Right.
But that's also because we're content creators and we've been gifted several different stoves recently, which
Right.
has been good
Right.
and fun. But we don't need this many and we need to find somebody to give them to. That being said, I think it's okay to have one extra stove. Plus you might need a propane because at some RV resorts that we like to camp at, you're not allowed to have a wood fire burning, whatever I'm trying to say. You're
A
not
real
allowed
fire.
to have it.
You're not allowed to have a real fire. You don't have a fake fire.
Yeah, I think I just disagree with chat. Period. End of story. How about you?
I agree. Because you can drag that.
Well, then we're getting rid of all of our stoves.
Well, that's fine. I don't care. This segment of this video is sponsored by Liquified. Liquified is a product that we've been using for quite a while. Now, guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't promote stuff that I don't stand behind or I don't use myself. Liquified, I've done the DIY stuff, and if you're in for a good laugh, check out this video here. You'll find out that I'm the Picasso of poo. Not really. But anyway, watch that. I've done everything DIY from like ice cubes to Effordent. And if you want a really minty, fresh smelling black tank, do it at your own risk. Just saying. Check that out. It's kind of funny. It's just me being me. But honestly, guys, it doesn't clean the tank like Liquified. And I'm serious. I've been using it for probably ever since he come out with it. Since Matt introduced the product, it's been a good product, something that I like, and it's honestly you gotta have it. So why not buy something that's made in the USA and support a small business? You guys know how we like our small businesses. So, you know, good company, good people, made right there in Indiana. And now you can find it on Amazon. It's in some Camping Worlds, and I believe that might be in Walmart. So if they're in Walmart, let me know. I'm just curious. Also, they are doing a giveaway, and this giveaway you can enter in 2 different ways. One, free, free 50. You go to their website, in the link below, just click the link, and you put in your information. That's one entry. Also, if you buy stuff right now, it's as of this video, it is a dollar for dollar. So if you spend $10, you get 10 entries. You spend $100, you get 100 entries. If you spend $1 million, you get a million entries. You spend $1 million on Liquified. What the heck do you buy? I'm just curious. But anyway. What are they giving away? Glad you asked. They're giving away an Alliance Delta 206 travel trailer. It's a pretty nice little trailer. It's worth about 45 grand-ish. Who doesn't want a free camper? If you have questions about it or you want to get information about the giveaway, the information is linked below along with their email. Send them an email. They'll be happy to talk to you. Enter to win a free camper, support a small business, and hey, your turds won't stink. It's a win for everybody. Your wife will even like you better. It might even make you a little prettier. And back to the video.
19, expensive weather stations. I'm not into weather stations. Totally agree with Chat. Don't even know how to use them. Don't care. Waste of money.
The weather stations are cool. I think you could have if you're worried about the weather, you could buy you one of those NOAA weather radios. But honestly, like, just set your phone to data and don't get on the Wi-Fi, and it will alert you if something's coming. If you have like the Weather Channel app or some sort of weather app. So
number 20, Jarrett. Overloaded toolkits.
Hell no.
You don't need to rebuild the RV on the side of the road. A basic set covers most part-time needs.
That's some real bull butter there. You got to have tools, and I carry a plethora of tools because you just never know. And
what does overloaded mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it's like too much money. You can never have enough. When we went to Florida, I pumped a guy's tire up for him. If I didn't have my little air compressor with me, that man would probably still be there 3 months later with a flat tire.
So you think, you disagree with Chat that you should have as many tools as you possibly need to get whatever fixed?
You should have as many tools as you know how to use. Don't carry tools you don't know how to use. There's no point.
Ooh, number 21, fancy cookware sets made for RVs. You know, I'm just gonna have to agree with Chad on this one. I have to agree. All you really need is like one pot, really like one Dutch oven or one skillet, or like 2 pots.
I'm listening.
The nesting set is nice, but if you're part-time and you're really not going that far and you don't plan to cook, which we don't when we're vacationing.
We're on vacation.
It's totally unnecessary.
So your nesting set, though, I will give you credit. We bought that because when we bought our
Nautica.
We had to have the Magna pots.
The induction.
For the induction stove. So that's why you bought that set.
Yeah, but it is very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I probably didn't use it but a handful of times because we like to vacation and eat at all the cool restaurants.
Right.
So, agree, Chat. Sad but true. Sometimes I will have a hot dog.
She will.
But most of the time we want to go to the fun restaurants.
RV specific GPS units.
Chat says just use an app.
I think if you're not height sensitive, I think that's fine. I think I do use an app. I use RV Life a lot when we travel. I have a love-hate relationship with RV Life.
That's actually the one it recommended, not here, but on another page I had.
What I don't like about RV Life is so I like, if we're on the interstate, I will use Apple Maps, which is totally free because it kind of regulates traffic. RV Life will park you in a traffic jam because it will not take you off the interstate. And so I think once you kind of detour from the interstate, like we're 13.4 tall, I think is what our camper is. You know, you really got to watch the lower overpass, the lower underpasses. So that's where this RV specific GPS is, or an RV specific app comes into play.
I don't have anything to say about that one. I'm not the one driving, paying attention to height and all those things. I'm just got my earbuds in, so.
She's ignoring me.
I'll go with Jarrett's agree.
I'm right again.
Ooh, 23, a flagpole kit and wind socks. Okay, I have a wind sock, But that is like my only outdoor decor piece I own, except for our American flag light, which we don't use very much.
And it just suction cups to the side of the camper.
It's so cool and I love it, but we end up having to turn it off at night anyway because it's too bright and you don't want to, overstep boundaries with your neighbors, and so
Attracts bugs.
It does attract bugs. Oh, so do those strip lights in the awning.
So we never turn
annoying.
them. If you ever see our camper and it looks like it's pitch black outside, because we don't want to attract the bugs.
So the flagpole, we've always wanted one, but honestly, like Chat says, it's cool once, but when it's just 2 nights, it's just another chore. It's honestly just another chore. Agree, Chat? Ooh, 24. Multiple campground memberships. And by that it means 1,000 trails and things like that.
KOA.
Yeah, totally agree. We've never had one, except for when we got like a free one for a certain amount of time when we purchased a camper.
Right.
And we still never used it.
No.
Because they're only in certain locations.
Well, like we have 1,000 trails in Kentucky and it sucks.
1,000 trails in Kentucky sucks. Y'all have seen the video. I mean, it's okay. I'm sorry. It's our truthful opinion. It's not a great campground. There's too many others around it that are much better, especially with families and kids. Now, I don't want to throw 1,000 trails under the bus because I think it can be, those types of memberships can be really good. But I think more for full-timers, honestly. I'm just not going to pay that fee, especially if I have to go somewhere specific. I like my freedom in choosing whatever campground I want, whenever I want. There might be people out there that disagree with Chat and us and totally use them and love them. Comment below and let us know if you're part-time and you love your membership and use it a lot.
Which one is it and why do you love it? I want to know. I'm just curious more than anything.
Number 25, RV doorbell systems. By that means like Ring cameras. Full-time.
Maybe.
I mean, I'm probably going to agree with Chat that it's not necessary then either, but y'all do you. I am not a fan of cameras on the campgrounds. I'm just not. The campground itself, some of them even have them in the trees. If y'all haven't noticed and you're new to camping, just look up. They're there. And I get that, like private campgrounds, privately owned, they want to know what's going on. I think that in this stage of our culture and world, if I had a campground that we privately owned, I might have at least one somewhere. At least by the camp store or something.
Just in case something happened,
yeah,
that you could be like, hey, that's not my fault. You ran over my post.
Yes, but I have been parked next to someone with a Ring camera before. We have. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like that. And so I would even say that if I'm going to stay a while and my neighbor has a camera, I might ask to move. I think we've already covered something like number 26, personalized rig name signs, flags, or stickers. They're fun. I kind of disagree with Chat. If you just have one little flag, you want to put your name out, that's cute.
When we had our Nautica,
Our next adventure flag, whatever.
Yeah, and we had our Nautica, we had our YouTube channel and had a QR code on the back of our camper. And I would drive and I would look in my mirror and I would see people taking a picture.
Yeah.
And it was cool at first. But then what would happen is inevitably somebody would go there and they're trying to hit my QR code and I need to get over.
Yeah.
And they're just like hanging out trying to get that QR code and I would get so aggravated.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was fun at first because we were like trying to grow the channel and our following. But then, now this has been something that I've talked about on like an RV group Facebook page. And this was like a topic of conversation. It was like, should you put your sticker of your channel or whatever it is, your social media of who you are on your RV? And I think the majority of the opinion was, no, we're tired of people knowing where we are. Like, don't tell them we're here, we'll just post it later. You just want some privacy sometimes.
Well, and so much that is like if people see you, like say you're going to California and people see you and they're tagging you being away from home,
That's true, safety.
It kind of becomes a safety issue, so.
Yeah, we ended up taking our sticker off the Nautica. And for me, it was just more of I was uncomfortable at a campground knowing that someone could scan me and then I don't know, it just felt very vulnerable. Ooh, 27. We're almost done, guys. Remodeling the RV for aesthetics. Well, Chat says paint, wallpaper, backsplash. If you only use it a few weekends a year, you might be remodeling for Instagram, not comfort.
We had talked about in our 272 VRK about painting the kitchen green. And I'm glad that we didn't, because when we traded our our travel trailer in for the fifth wheel, they told us had we had done that, they wouldn't have took it on trade.
Nope.
And so I did not know that, and I was really surprised on that. And I mean, we probably could have sold it and been fine. When you're spending money on redoing your kitchen or whatever, you're just spending money to spend money. And so I would have to agree.
For me, I can say I totally agree with Chad on this one, that it's probably a waste of money and a waste of time, because for me, that's not what's important to me. I'm not so much concerned about the looks of the RV as much as I am enjoying RVing and having fun with our family and taking the trips and RVing, not like remodeling. We do that enough at home. I don't want to do it to my camper too. Number 28, holiday decor, goes with everything we've already said. But the only thing I disagree with Chat on is if you're camping at Fort Wilderness at Disney.
Oh, you better have some stuff.
You better bring your A game with the holiday decor. Other than that, minimalism, just put out a few things, it's fine. The last one is actually kind of a big one. And we've probably, if you've owned several RVs, you've probably done this. I think we have, way back when. Number 29 is buying a bigger rig for the grandkids, or for just in case, or for the future that hasn't happened yet. And I think we've actually said that before. When we bought our first RV, we're like, oh, we can take our grandkids. Shoot, our kids weren't even 5 and 6.
Oh my gosh, what were you thinking?
Like, it's kind of like, what's this thing going to look like in 25 years?
I can tell you what it's going to look like if it's a 25-year-old camper. Probably going to look like hell.
We're not driving them that long, number one. But number 2, yeah, I totally agree with Chad on this one.
Yeah, I think get the camper that fits your stage of life. We've done it. We've bought things thinking, well, we can hang on to it, and then life always has a way of throwing you a curveball. So just get what you need. If you're expecting a grandbaby in 30 days, and maybe get a camper for the grandbaby.
Hey, here's what I have to say about thinking you're going to camp with the grandkids. Now, every family dynamic is going to be different. So we're not there yet. We're almost there. By the time you watch this video, we might be there. We have one on the way, our very first one. But in saying that, evaluate your family situation and your relationships. How likely is it that your son or daughter is going to let that child go with you? Because I don't know. Maybe you just don't have that type of relationship. Or maybe, I'm just saying, maybe mom and dad aren't going to allow that kind of thing. Mom and dad want to go too. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
So they might want to buy a camper, and then you're not camping with the grandkids in your RV anyway.
They're next door.
They're next door in their own bed.
Anyway, guys, thanks. If you're still here, we appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thank you for giving us your time. Your time is the most valuable thing you have, and we really do appreciate it. So, again, thank you.
Comment below. Tell us if you agree or disagree on some of these things, which you probably have already done.
Yeah,
in
you're
the comments.
probably already lit me up, and that's all right. That's fine.
We like the conversation.
We do.
Either way, we like all RVers, whatever kind of RV you own. If you're full-time or part-time, don't take any offense to any of this. This all comes from chat suggestions, and we were just having a conversation. So hope it was enjoyable.
See you guys. See you on our next adventure.
Jared, I feel like ChatGPT doesn't want any of us to have any fun.
Man, screw ChatGPT. We're going to party.
And we're going to party.
We're going to party.
So does that mean I can buy as many throw pillows for the RV as I want?
I do need stuff to start a fire with, so absolutely.
Thanks.